Hey everybody, welcome back to Living Traditions Homestead. My name is Kevin. Well, today is a day I've been waiting for a long time since we originally put in our little guest cabin here. We've been trying to figure out the best way to power it. Now, what we have been doing is running about a, 200-300 foot extension cord from our chicken house over to the cabin, which really isn't a very safe option. And to be honest, oftentimes if you plugged much into it, it just didn't do very well. So we've been looking at a lot of different options for being able to keep this cabin completely off-grid, which is what we wanted to do in the first place. We didn't really want to run permanent power to this cabin. We wanted it to be an off-grid cabin for our guests, and also kind of a backup living space for us in the event that something happens and the power goes out. So today I'm going to be adding solar power to our off-grid cabin. We've been researching solar for small spaces for quite some time, and to be honest, they were tricky. I didn't understand a lot of it. I'm not that up on solar, and to be honest, I didn't really want to take the time to learn a ton about it. That's when we found this system here, which is made by a company called Energy, and this is a solar powered generator. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, I will tell you that we reached out to the company. We were given a discount to do a review of the product, but I was also able to secure a discount for you guys on these systems as well, and I'll leave all that information down below. But they're willing to give anybody who watches our videos a 20% discount when they order one of their systems. The reason that I really like this and that I was willing to give this a try is because it's a very simple all-in-one solution for running solar power. And the really nice thing about it is it's not just solar. So let's start by talking about this thing in general. This is the main body of everything, the battery and everything. If I've looked at other solar systems, and they always require a bunch of different batteries linked together, and it's pretty confusing, and a lot of money invested in batteries that may not last real long. And so what I liked about this is that this thing uses a lithium-ion battery completely stored inside of this box, which is good for 2,000 charges or up to 10 years. Now this thing is an 1100 watt generator. It's got 6 standard plugs, which should be more than enough for our little cabin in here. It's also got 2 plugs that you can run your car accessories off of. It has 4 USB charging ports, and then it also has a plug right here, which won't be a lot of help to us, but it may be to you guys if you do a lot of traveling and have an RV. This is actually an RV plug, so you could actually run the power for your entire RV off of this system. Now this thing is pretty amazing as far as the amount of power that it puts out, which is why I think it'll be perfect in our cabin here. Just reading off the box here, some of the specs. I mean, this thing can run a, you can charge a laptop computer on this thing 20 times. It'll run a 40-inch TV for up to 25 continuous hours. It'll run 40-watt light bulbs for 180 hours. It can run a chest freezer for up to 48 hours. It can run a refrigerator for 30 hours. I mean, this thing really has a ton of power. But the other cool thing about it is that if that's not enough power for you, on the side here is actually a spot where you can daisy chain regular deep cycle batteries to this and increase the capacity of the power on it. So it's pretty awesome. Here's where you'll plug in solar panels. But the other cool thing about this is that, like on a day like today where there's not a lot of sunlight, if we were to have guests out in the cabin, like we're going to have next week when my parents come to visit, we could actually just bring this into the house. It comes with a wall charger as well. And we could plug this in during the day in the house, have it charge up during the day, and then bring it back out so they'll have power all night out in the cabin. Like my dad uses a CPAP machine, and this is actually strong enough to power his CPAP machine during the night while they sleep. So a really cool system. I think it's going to be, it's going to be great for our guest cabin, but it's also going to be just really handy to have around the homestead as well. So today I'm going to get busy hooking this up. I'm going to find a good spot for it inside of the cabin. Then we're going to install the cable out the wall of the cabin over to where I'm going to put the solar panels. Now originally I was planning on mounting the solar panels on the roof, but the more I thought about that and really how seldom this cabin gets used, it really doesn't get used very often, and I thought, you know, if I put these up on the roof all the time, there's a much greater chance of them getting damaged. So I'm going to actually build some portable stands to go with these. Now they do sell stands for them as well, but you know me, I like to build things myself. So today we're going to build stands for these so that I can put them kind of over in our orchard area where it gets a lot of sun. Then we'll run the cable over to the cabin, we'll get this all hooked up, and we'll see what this can do inside of the cabin. I'm so excited. It's a week until my parents come to visit, and this is going to be great for them out in the cabin. So let's get started. So my goal with building these stands is that I want them to be able to fold up, I want them to be lightweight, and I want them to be able to store easily. So I'm going to be building these out of PVC. Now I saw this design somewhere else, and I wish I could remember where it was so I could give credit, but I look back and I just can't find it. But it seems like it'll be a really good design, easy to do. My goal is to be able to fold these up and put them away and slide them under the bed in the cabin when no one is staying out here. And that way we'll just you know, be able to keep these in much better shape than having them outside in the elements all the time. So alright, so the first thing we're going to do is install a piece of dowel here on the back of the solar panel frame. Now on the dowel we're going to put 2 of these PVC tees. And we're going to just attach this with screws to the frame here, and then these tees will build our leg that goes down and out, and that will act as a stand. So we're just going to screw these in place, and then we'll get going on building the PVC. Alright, perfect. So we've got that connected, and you can see how these can swivel. So now we will measure how big our frame needs to be so that when it folds, it can fold inside of the panel. So we've got, I think if we go 2 feet, that should be perfect. Alright, so we'll just cut our PVC pipe at 2 feet. Now once we get this all exactly the way we want it, we'll glue this all together so it's nice and sturdy. But for now we're just going to push it together and make sure that it works. And now on the other end of these, we'll just put 90-degree elbows. And now we'll run a piece of PVC in between these. Perfect. I think that'll be an awesome stand. Let's take it out to the pasture area where we're going to set these up and give it a try. Alright, let's see how it works. Hey, that's perfect. We'll build another one and we'll set the other panel right next to it. And then I'll just get like a big heavy rock or something to set on the base so that it, you know, holds them if it gets a little windy or anything. But I think this is going to be perfect. And it definitely works, you know, folds up nice just like I wanted it. And you can adjust the angle of the panel. So I think that's nice. I'm going to go and make the other one, and then we'll start on setting the part up inside. Alright, perfect. I got both stands built. This is going to be a perfect location for them. They should get quite a bit of sun here. Today's overcast, so it's not going to be a great day today. But that's what I like about this Kodiak generator, is that on a day like this, if it's not going to get enough sun to charge it up, we can just take it in the house and plug it in and then bring it back out at night. Now, these are 100-watt solar panels, and that's an 1100-watt generator. So it'll probably take 6 or 7 hours for these solar panels to charge that up, which will be perfect. You know, leave it plugged in during the day, and by night we should be good and charged up. So I'm going to just connect these two solar panels together. There's just plugs on the back that this plugs in, and then there will be a cord that runs over that way to the guest cabin, and we'll just install that and we'll get this thing hooked up. Alright, so my plan is to have the generator down here on the floor. That way we can run cords to the two nightstands that we have in here, and we have a lamp in here. Now what I like about this is that even though I don't have the solar part hooked up yet, this thing's already charged because I charged it in the house with the wall charger. So we can turn it on. It tells me that my battery is completely charged. I can plug our lamp in, so we actually have some light while we're working. And we've already got power. This thing is awesome. One thing I should mention too is that there's a nice display on this that tells you, you know, how charged up your battery is, what kind of draw you have coming off of it. Tons of good information. You could go to their website and learn more about this, but gosh, this thing is just built. I mean, it's built like it's for like the military. I mean, it's super lightweight, but you can tell it's really, really built well. So we're going to start now by making a hole through this wall to the outside so we can run the cables over to the solar panels. Alright, now that we've got the hole drilled in the wall so we can run our cable through, we can go ahead and connect our cable to the solar panels and to the generator. Now this comes with really nice heavy-duty cables. It comes with a 30-foot cable to run from the generator over to the panels, which would be plenty long. So we're just going to go ahead and thread this through the wall now and out over to the solar panels. And really, that should be all there is to it. We've got the cable connected to the generator inside the cabin, and we've got it connected to the solar panels out here. And now we should be charging the system inside. Let's go check. All right, so it's all hooked up. The charge light is on, which means the solar panels are charging the unit. What's nice about this is you can charge it and use it at the same time. You don't have to, have it off while you're charging it. So this is going to be perfect. I'm going to bring a few more things out here to try to plug in. I think we even have an old TV in our barn that we brought with us when we moved. I might try to hook that up out here so that our guests can have a little entertainment when they come back to the cabin at the end of the night and, watch some TV. This is going to be great for our guests and for us. The nice thing about this too is that it's portable. If we lose power because of a storm or something like that, we can easily disconnect this and even move it into the house to run a few things for ourselves inside the house. So this is really a neat system. If you're like me, who don't want to learn all the ins and outs of hooking up a very complicated solar system, or if you are someone who likes to camp or have just like a hunting cabin or something like this, I think this would be great for you. We're so excited to have it here on the homestead. I'll leave links to everything down below, including a link for the offer. Again, that's a 20% off that they're offering anybody who clicks through from this video. So go ahead and take advantage of that. Go check them out. They're a great company. Hey, if this is your first time visiting our homestead, I hope that you'll hit that subscribe button before you leave. We have a lot of great things coming up here on the homestead. For all of you traditionalists who come back 5 days a week, we sure do appreciate you. And until next time, thanks for stopping by. Take care, and God bless.